without you here in my arms, and I can't seem to understand why you left me behind. 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 You left me all my bridges burned down, there is no one around. I can't seem to find you now. It's been so long since I have seen your face. And all this time keeps passing by without you here in my arms, and I can't seem to understand why you left me behind. 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 You left me
Let me call you tonight, and I need you in my life. Baby, I miss you so much. Just two pills, I dream about you all night. Parent, lover, sex was alright. At the club, I see you, you're shining bright. I'ma take you home, we'll have fun all night. Sick of love, but I need you in my life. I'm sorry, love, but you don't have to fight. Let me come and let me hug you tight. Baby, I'm the reason you're tonight, and I need you in my life. Baby, I miss you so much. Just two pills, I dream about you all night. Parent, lover, sex was alright. At the club, I see you, you're shining bright. I'ma take you home, we'll have fun all night. Call. Let me make it better, I will sing to you. Shawty, you so perfect, let me fall for you. Sorry to know you're not alone tonight. Yeah, closer to you. I'm falling for you, and I can't beat the one. I'm falling climb, I see you, you're shining bright. I'ma take you home, we'll have fun all night.
I swear I'll never make that same mistake. I'm always lost in my own head space. I know it's gonna make my heart ache, but only thinking what I wanna say. When I'm high, I get low, 'cause I know that I'm not with you. Let me go to where I call home, in the arms of someone I knew. You're stuck inside my head. I thought I'd left you, but all that's left is pain instead. While you're sleeping on in pieces, hoping you'd call up again. I'm trapped in a maze, made my mistakes, and it never ends. Oh, I could tell you honestly, while I'm sinking in my Hennessy, that this was never gonna end for me. And now I'm stuck with my own company. You're stuck inside my head. I thought I'd left you, but all that's left is pain instead. While you're sleeping on in pieces, hoping you'd call up again. I'm trapped in a maze, made my mistakes, and it never ends. When I'm high, I get low, because I'm not over you. When I'm home, I'll be on my own, while you're with someone new. Oh, you're stuck inside my head. I thought I'd left you, but all that's left is pain instead. While you're sleeping on in pieces, hoping you'd call up again. Oh no, no, I'm trapped in a maze, made my mistakes, and it never ends. All night long.
Don't say I told you. I know you're formidable, but I can't find a cure to get you out my mind. So I've taken all my omens. I've listened to you hoping, and you keep begging me to understand. We've been out of time, but we can press rewind if I want to tell you something that I want. It's just the truth. I won't use my time wisely. I don't know when I'm trying. I don't even wanna hear your voice all night long. I believe in miracles, but I don't believe in your soul. I wish that we could just be
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Banana Bread Trades. My name is Goose. I hope you all had a fantastic Monday. It was one hell of a range day. We ripped like 60 points right off open and then just stopped completely. I tell you what, ouch. I just pinched my finger. That hurt really bad. Son of a bitch. Ow. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yesterday's range was so tight. Like, that was almost impossible to trade that range. But I tell you what, looks like Globex just popped open and ripped. We didn't even care about it, left it even a big old gap. I had to go back and refresh and make sure, but that gap is real. It exists. There's just nothing there. So high possibility we're gonna go fill that here either today or sometime soon. But until then, yeah, we're just absolutely ripping. Rippy boys. All the way up at 750, we passed our 740 target. You know, ripped right through it. That was part of that just absolute monster right there. Not sure if there was some economic release overnight, because that rip is pretty violent. Look at that. Well, no, it doesn't really look like an economic release type of rip, though. You know, you can see the curl and everything up into it. So I'm going to say that's an authentic boy. Wow. Yep, authentic boy happened right there at right about midnight and a half. So, wow. Ripped, and now it's in like a little bit of a range. Still looks pretty bullish, though. That's incredible. Let's mark out the high. What's the high doing? The high is good. That is just absolute bonkers. Bonkalicious, as some might say. Wow. Well, let's delete our trend lines from yesterday. But that's just, wow. Yeah, yesterday was like pretty intense, you know, right off the open. I wasn't even at my computer for the first 30 minutes, right? So I missed this whole initial rip. Caught a little bit of a long, and then in my personal account, so I was green in my personal account, switched to my funded account, right? And then I tried catching a swing short with some MES. And I took two like really small, like 2-point stops, right? Like I was shorting like the top of a tick, and I was like, okay, like as long as we don't make a new high, I got this short pated. Made a new high twice, so I took like 2-point stops, and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna keep trying to catch this wicked short, because we had this power trade at the top yesterday, and it just kept coming back, and eventually I just gave up. I had like 482 break evens. It was ridiculous, right? So I'm down a little bit in my funded account overall in the week. It's not much, just like 300, right? That's basically one trade with a full ES for me. So it's basically like I just took one loss yesterday in the funded account. One full loss, because I was hitting it with MES, because I wanted to swing a short. I really liked it. I'll pull up the amount of delta that was red, like up until pretty close to power hour. I kept trying to short because it looked so good, and I thought we were gonna get a power hour flush, and then power hour obviously didn't flush. But if I could get the power trades to show up, I don't know why they're not. This wick right here, let me make it big. Ouch, pinch my fingy. It still hurts kind of bad. But this wick right here was a lower high. I don't know why a power trade's not showing up, but there was a power trade here. There was a lower high, and I mean, it all just looked, the delta, everything looked so good for a short. I think right here was my initial short that I tried to swing, and then obviously we got peaked out. Tried shorting again, like right here, got peaked out, and yeah, that was like 1,000 break evens. Like I just kept trying to short these tops, And had I just taken profit, probably would have been fine. But like I said, I was trying to hold. It wasn't a lot of. It was like 5 MES. I was like, I want to hold this for the big move. This is going to be a big move, and I was wrong. It's fine. We're wrong sometimes. Everything just looked really good, but then structure-wise, like I said, around Power Hour, you know, the structure started to look like what it does now. And, you know, it's obviously like that ascending wedge. We had a lot of attempts towards breaking the high a day. And it's like, all right, well, this is obviously bullish. But I just noticed that a little too late, right? And then obviously Globex turned out to just be an absolute ripper monster. So that's wild. And it's a good thing I wouldn't have traded Globex anyway, because we opened up with this gap. And my whole thing is I always wait for the gap to fill before I, you know, go for a trade. And since we're opening with that gap there, that Globex gap, I would have never gotten in a trade. And then we went ahead and ripped without it. So that makes me wonder if it's going to fill today. I'm not necessarily sure. But, man, today's going to be a wild one. That is for sure. It is going to be a wild day. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. Let's get out there and let's make some bread. Let's make some bread. I'm gonna put on a little bit of music here. I have to reply to a quick email, and then we'll grind. We'll go over charts. We'll go over yesterday's setups. We'll go over what we're looking for today. Oh, you know what I should do though is news, right? Is this my first time? What am I doing here? What am I doing here? I don't know if any of this is. Let's open this up. Industrial production is at 8:15. Like, I didn't get any of this ready. I'm a silly goose. I am a silly goose. Done. What about news? Come on. I don't know what's wrong with me. Industrial production. I apologize so much. 8:15 CST. Like, what do you even come here for? Why am I a silly goose? Upper target. So, upper target. Obviously, it's going to have to be 8:10, right? Yeah. 8:10 is going to be the upper target. That's way up there. Not really, though. We're at 757. That's achievable. 38.10. We are in, you know what we talked about. We are in that bear market rally now. So you're going to have to be careful. 36.45. You know, as we were talking about all that volume that was put in down there, bear market rally is engaged. All right. Gonna make sure. Hold on. I don't want to show you my account number. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, now let me reply to this email. Guy was asking about some stuff. Email is replied to. Let's get after it here. Oh, gosh dang it. I apologize, everyone. I apologize. But we need to have our poll. Our daily poll. I didn't even realize that's not up. So let's get that up. Not to where you can see it, though. You silly gooses. And how will the market close today? Are we going to be red or green? Red, green, add option, infinite range. I'm just going to roll with it. It's spelt wrong, but I don't feel like... There we go. Ask your community, and the poll is up. GG, my friends. Have at it. All right, so back on the subject of what's going on here. Oh, goodness gracious. So let's take a look at yesterday. Let's make it big. Let's make it big. All right. So yesterday, right off the rip, you know, we were kind of talking about this wedge that we had going on yesterday. Got above 36.45. So our level that we talked about like all week, this week and last week, right? We broke above that level. And what happened? We rallied, like I said. We rallied. That was the level to rally. We broke above, it rallied. I wasn't paying attention when this happened. Like I said, I don't like to trade the first hour. So I didn't, and look what that got me. I should have just got long above 36.45 when I saw that we had gotten above, but I didn't. I was patient. And yeah, we got above, open, just straight up ripped. And we ripped pretty good all the way up until about the first hour, you know? And then it had that reversal. And we reversed a little harder than I would have liked, not gonna lie. We almost reversed the entire initial balance. But we bounced VWAP. I didn't quite like how close VWAP and the bottom of initial balance were. So I actually ended up not taking this long because I kind of thought we were going to go ahead all the way to initial balance, especially with how hard we were selling. So the fact that, you know, we caught VWAP and then buyers didn't really show up till last second. It was still red delta like this whole time. Buyers showed up and then we took off. I hopped in a little late. And then after we had that little bit of a save, it just ranged so violently the rest of the day. It was disgusting. I figured we would have broke out of the range in any direction, but we stayed in like literally, it was like a 10-point range, maybe a little bigger with some of the wicks. But yeah, what I should have done was switch to NQ, and maybe I could have got some better scalps in. But like I said, I was dead set on a short after this power trade had happened, and then it just didn't happen. So yeah, pretty disgusting yesterday. But yeah, overnight we popped right up over. I mean, yesterday was a pretty nice looking consolidation day. You know, now that you look at the whole thing as structure wise, that ascending wedge looking thing, we had all those tests to the upside. I mean, after the structure was formed, like, it's very bullish structure, right? Like, let's draw it out. Like that better. And then, like, I don't even need to draw that line actually, because it's just the top of initial balance, right? Like, that is very, very bullish structure, and it's going to do one of two things. It's going to pop above and die and fake out and doom, or it's going to pop above, hold, and rip. And it popped above, held, and ripped. Globex was one hell of a ripper. Yeah, let's look at this. Like I said, that first, I don't know, 5 hours of Globex, nothing happens. And then around midnight my time, about hour and a half before Euro Open, just an absolute ripper. Absolute ripper. So it's going to be interesting how today unfolds. I mean, that's a pretty good size range for Globex. Very volatile Globex. So we'll see if today opens up with a big short, or if this massive gap up takes us for a rip. When we have a massive gap like this, it's almost hard to short. Like, we're gonna have a massive gap up. That's a 60-point gap up on ES, right? That's very, very, very bullish when we open. So I would be cautious on taking shorts, just because there's a gap there doesn't mean it's going to fill right away. A lot of people are going to see that gap and be market buying, and we could just end up, we could get a few day of rip here, right? Let's open up the long term, right? Ooh, we don't need that anyway. Okay, so on the 15-minute chart, you can see that wedge a little better. After power hour had happened, that wedge really formed nice and made it look like that kind of clear pattern. But when you look at this and you see all the volume that we put in the prior week, all the structure was formed, this wick to the downside, it's going to be pretty hard to ignore that we're definitely in a bear market rally, right? So shorts are off the table for now, for me at least. Until we get some major consolidation at a high, shorts are off the table. I don't want any part of it. I know there's going to be some shorts, but this has the potential, especially with this gap up overnight, to do a short squeeze, right? I think we could squeeze, and I don't want to be the lemon. I want to join the crowd, get long if there's going to be a long. But I think the first hour is probably going to be pretty volatile. I'll probably sit and wait for initial balance unless it's something very, very clear, right? We have this level at 810, 820. That is that previous high, that consolidation area. I'm going to be watching that very carefully. If we get above that, make a new high, that could be very bullish. Let's open up the big boy, the daily chart, right? That's monthly volume profile for all of October, right? A lot of volume put in down there. A lot of volume put on up here, though. It's going to be interesting to see if we can get above that. Like I said, we get above that, we're probably going to rip for a while. I could see 4K on the table pretty easy. So I'm not sure if I don't think we would rip past what was that? 43.23. Let's make this big for you guys so you can read these numbers as well. Price scale. Let's make the text color a little brighter, a little bigger. Make it bold. There we go. And then same thing with time scale. Oh, good morning, Mr. Decoy. You voted red. I can't argue with you. I can't argue the red side either. If we go immediately recover the gap, I'll be about it too. My only thing is this gap is very large, right? There's some bullishness behind it. So I'm gonna be cautious. But this is a very bullish situation with that gap. I'm just expecting it to be violent. So yes, get above that 38.10, 38.20. I would say 4K is on the table. That would be my upper target. It's been a while since we had any bullishness, but we are really near some long-term levels. When we look at the, oh, this got deleted, so I have to draw my lines again. Oh no. Right, we front ran that trend line by a lot, which is kind of sad. And then we have this trend line here. These aren't drawn exact. Hold on, I gotta blow my nose. Sorry about that, had to blow my nose. Allergies are getting better though. Wintertime's coming around. Gotta fix my mustache. Wintertime's coming around, so all the stuff I'm allergic to is finally dying off. It's no longer pollinating. Yeah, my chart's not even open. I just woke up feeling extremely doomy. Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame you whatsoever. This could turn around, be a nasty wick, and we go ahead and flush to the downside. Like I said, we definitely front ran this lower trend line. So I still see long term, us going for sure lower. But for now, we're going to bear market rally. There's nothing really news events or news cycle that would tell us like, hey, it's time to be bullish. There's no reason for people to be hopping in on the longs just yet, unless there's something forecasting that they're trying to price in right now that we don't know about, right? This is futures. So there could be something coming up that we're overlooking that they're pricing in, or it could just be a typical wave in the market. And that's what I'm looking at it more as, is this is just a typical wave in the market. Maybe the rate of decline starts slowing. It's been pretty aggressive for a while, but we're definitely in a bear market rally. 38.10, 38.20 is the upper level that I'm looking at. That's going to be the most important level to decide this rally or not, in my opinion, right? The volume there is intense, right? But that yesterday put the monthly POC right in the middle, so monthly is actually a little balanced in a way. So we'll see kind of how this turns around, right? But I don't see us breaking above third. I don't see this being a move that busts us above 43.26, that previous legit bear market rally high. I don't see us going above that. And I also see us probably downside target, and this is why I'm saying we front ran a little bit of stuff, that downside target of pre-COVID high. Let's make that red, and let's make it a little bigger. Red lines are important. There's that pre-COVID high, right? And the pre-COVID high aligned pretty well at the time with the lower trend line. So to front run that level makes me think that we're probably going to go ahead and hit it. But that downside wick, like you can tell, it's pretty hard to ignore. We almost reversed it all. But look at that consolidation that we had. Like this consolidation, we talked about it the whole time it was happening. That consolidation was very intense. Like it was pretty gross. We knew something was going to happen. We talked about it this whole time, that a bear market rally was in play. And I think now we're finally starting to see that bear market rally that we had talked about. We're 1 month away from midterm elections, so I don't put market manipulation out of the question. That's a good point, Mr. Decoy. Midterms are coming up, and that could be a little bit of it too, you know? They're going to want the market to get better for them for these midterm elections, because if you're at the yearly low during elections, it does not look good for you. But at the same time, Does it matter? Right? I guess. You know, people ask him about the economy and whatnot, but man, I don't know. It's not the biggest deal. For them, at least. Like, how they don't control the market that much. Maybe they do. Little bit. Small amount. But in the end, it's not like they control the dip that's happening. This is more inflationary and some bigger shoes going on. But not everyone knows that, right? They're gonna want the market to rip for midterm. It makes them look a lot better. You also said snow flurries possible today. We have an accumulation less than 70 of yesterday. Frickin' Ohio. That is gross. That's why I live in Kansas, right? Because we're the prime state, which is a joke. Kansas sucks too. Not a fan. But Ohio's worse, right? Ohio's definitely worse. So, yes. Bear market rally in session, in my opinion. I want to see 38.10 break. And then most likely, 4K probably on the table. I'm going to say probably around 4K is what we're going to see. Do we go to this top of the trend line? It's hard to ignore this trend line, right? It's pretty prominent. But with this higher low, if we do end up going to the top of this trend line, because we had a higher low, I'm going to expect us to break the top of this trend line. And whatever top we put in, that's going to be the new trend, right? I'm assuming if we make a new high that we're changing trends, and maybe this rip is becoming, or not this rip, but the sell-off is becoming slower, right? We're going to see a gradual flattening of the curve, which is what they've been talking about. Inflation is slowing down, so maybe the sell-off starts slowing down. It's a strong possibility, but who knows, right? Maybe we start getting some flatter decline. I don't have my charts loaded far enough back to show that. I don't have to reload monthly volume profile right now. But yes, it could be a flattening of the curve. We'll see. If we completely erase this bottom, go to the bottom of the trend line, that whole theory is off the table. So we will see. We will see. Back to what's going on right now. Let's switch back to our 15-minute chart. We are putting in a high. We're close to the high, not quite there yet. Looks like it could. I'm definitely not going to short. Like I said, my shorts are off the table for now. I'm going to wait till open and see what happens there. And open will I want to see that opening rip or dump, right? And that will give me confirmation on bear market rally, or if we're just going to erase this whole move, right? This whole Globex move. So I'll be patient, wait on that. Like I said, or like I've always said, I only need one trade a day to make my daily goal. So I can afford to be patient and wait till it's very clear. It's going to be a very volatile open, in my opinion, with this gap up. So I'm going to be patient. I'm going to wait and see what comes of it. Get our one trade in, probably around initial balance, and then we'll be Gucci, right? We'll be Gucci. Maybe we'll see some other really clear setup, and maybe we'll get 2 or 3 trades in. Maybe we won't, but today should probably provide for some pretty good setups, I think. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Hold on real quick, I'm gonna blow my nose. Okay, Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. And I'm gonna make sure I don't pinch my fingers on my table again. That hurt so bad. Huh. So, yeah, we're putting in some effort towards this overnight high here. 37.64. Let me go ahead and pull up what we do have overall for news today. This is called News with Decoy. Decoy provides us with this news. We appreciate Decoy for the news. Here, let me open original. There we go. So we have industrial production index at 9:15 Eastern time. These times are Eastern time because Decoy is from Ohio, like a weirdo. Just kidding, Decoy. I love you. So 9:15 Eastern time, industrial production index. This could give us a little bit of movement, I would expect. This is 15 minutes before open. That's when that's gonna happen. Excuse me. I am sorry. I apologize. I'm being attacked viciously by my nose. But 15 minutes pre-open, we're going to have industrial production index. That should move the market a little bit. Then at 10 a.m., we have home builders index. Not super important. And then some people speak. Also, not that important. I wouldn't look for anything. And there we go. We popped the overnight high. Had a little bit of a pump there. Also, or yeah, no, never mind. That's what Decoy said last time. Never mind. I thought he said something new. I'm surprised he's not out getting his kids right now, or taking his kids to school. That's usually what he does about this time. That's what he might be doing. So we're getting kind of close. Let's make it big. Getting kind of close to this pre-dump high right here at 37.70. Looks like we're gonna reclaim that for sure. And then once 37.70 is reclaimed, then it's all hands on deck for 38.20. 38.20 is the very top of that. So that's definitely what I'm looking for. That's what I want. And yeah, the only thing that's got me slightly suspicious, small amount of suspicion, is going to be this gap right here, this total volume gap, right? There's zero volume between, what is that, 3702, 3700 basically, to 3705, 3706. There's a 5-point gap right here where there is zero volume. Like, we completely skipped it. Those numbers were not touched. And a bar market rally can go for a while before that's filled, but that will get filled, right? We will go fill that gap sometime. So that's what gives me the indication that this morning might be volatile. I don't like that gap at all. That's what also makes it hard to hold longs, right? I'm not gonna just blindly short to it, because we could rip for a while. But we're definitely But that's also a great area to long too. A retest of this consolidation zone. That weekly POC is right there. It'll be a good spot if you want to long, depending on what structure looks like, but that is a very bullish situation that we're in right now. That was a beautiful retest to long right there that happened overnight as well. What time did that happen? 4 a.m. my time. Retesting that zone. Very bullish. Oops, that's not what I want. There we go. Oh, goodness gracious. So we got about 15 minutes left before I'm going to call it good. Let's kind of see what the market does here in this little 15 minutes. Around 7:30, we'll kind of have an idea. Are we going to charge to 38.10 before market opens? That's a good question there. So 38.10, what is that from us right now? So that's another 40 points away from where we're at right now. I don't necessarily see us hitting that before market opens, but it's possible, right? If we get another 10 to 20 point moves here in the next hour, I could see maybe that news giving us that little bit of a fluff. But we'll see. Maybe the news gives us a wick up to here. Like I said, I'll be watching this zone pretty heavy. This is going to be my decision zone. Could be that we come up, we test it. If we get a wick down pretty hard right away, something that looks kind of like this, could be a good opportunity for a swing short that we hold for a while, right? At least to the fill of that gap. Or maybe not. Maybe we bust right through it. If we bust right through it, then I'm gonna be chilling. Also, I have a hot take. I have a hot take for you guys as well. This is Midwest, so anyone that's not Midwest, you might not have a take on this, right? But Quick Trip coffee, it's better than Casey's coffee. That's my opinion. I think Casey's coffee is just too grainy, I guess. Too grainy. I don't know if that's like a taste you can put in your mouth right now. But Quick Trip coffee just seems to go down really smooth. I've been having Quick Trip coffee lately. And then yesterday, I was in a different side of town before work because I had to drop off the suspension for my dirt bike. And had Casey's coffee instead. Like I said, it was good. It's still good. But it was definitely different. You don't have a Quick Trip. We just got a Casey's in town. And I hear their pizzas, of all things, is fire. So, yes and no. Casey's pizza is not bad, but also the people that are saying like, oh my god, Casey's pizza is the best pizza, it's because Casey's is the only thing they have and the only pizza they have. They don't have like actual pizza restaurants, right? Their breakfast pizza is like okay. It's okay. It's not like, when I rank my culinary desires, Casey's breakfast pizza is not at the top of the list. It's probably not even on the list. It's all right. It's all right, you know? But my problem with Casey's pizza and this might be another bold opinion, is they use garbage cheese. Like their cheese, if you ever looked at their pizza when the pizzas got cold, right? And you looked at the cheese, then you might think differently about Casey's pizza. Cause it just turns into like a rock. Like, you know, like Papa John's. In my opinion, Papa John's, as far as like pizza, like chain restaurant pizzas go, Papa John's is my favorite. Right? Papa John's, when their pizza gets cold and you want to have like a slice of pizza the next day, cold pizza, it's a college kid thing. It's a poor people thing. Papa John's, you mean goat? Yes. When their pizza gets cold, you can still eat it. You can still eat the pizza reheated. You cannot eat Casey's pizza reheated. That cheese is disgusting. Right? And that's my main problem with Casey's, is that the cheese is just bad. And the people that say Casey's is goated, I'm just assuming they don't have a Papa John's or a Domino's or a legit pizza restaurant in their town. Which, if you're from Kansas or the Midwest, there is a high chance that that's true, right? If you're from the Midwest, there's a high chance you only have a Casey's to get pizza from, or some local mom and pop shop, right? So I don't blame people, but you're just uncultured. And it's a hot take. I know. This is all my opinion. But that's my opinion, is that Casey's pizza is mid. Burn me at the stake. I will. That's a hill I'm willing to die on, and it's only because I've had Casey's pizza 1 million times, right? Like, I'm from the Midwest. Of course, I've had Casey's pizza. I've had all the pizzas. But if you give me the choice between Domino's, Papa John's, Casey's, Pizza Hut, friggin', what's another one? I think that's it for chain restaurants we have, like, in Kansas, as far as like pizza goes. Right. Lucky to be in country, but near a large enough city that it's all available. Yeah, right. Papa John's and Marco's are neck and neck. See, we don't have a Marco's. No Marco's in Kansas. Just Papa John's, Domino's. Papa John's, Domino's, Pizza Hut, obviously, because Pizza Hut, if you don't know what a Pizza Hut is, or you don't have a Pizza Hut, which if you're in the Midwest, you should. Pizza Hut was actually originated in Kansas, the company. So there's like a Pizza Hut in almost every town in Kansas. My only problem with Pizza Hut is that their pizza's like, if you were to rate the greasiness of pizzas, Pizza Hut's pizza is like the most greasy. It's good, but like, you're gonna hate yourself afterwards. So, yeah, that's my hot pizza take of the day. Is Casey's pizza is mid, Papa John's is goated. That is a mountain I am willing to die on. Check my short on my other YouTube channel that I do with a friend of mine. We had a short blow up, which is pretty cool. It's got like, yeah, it's up to 1.5 million views. That's pretty cool. So that was neat. We got some good followers out of that. That was a good bump, right? The only sad thing is shorts don't get paid the same as like regular videos do. You're so hungry now. What I'm gonna do is go get me some muffins. Banana Bread Trades brought to you by Mini Muffins. They're like Little Bites, but these mini muffins, they also sell them at Dillon's. I don't know if you guys have Dillon's or not. But these are made directly in spite of Little Bites, and it's hilarious because, you know, Little Bites, you pay like $10 for like 4 packs, and there might be like 3 or 4 muffins a pack, right? You're paying like almost $2 a muffin. and they're tiny little muffins. The price is outrageous for those little bites. These guys, they advertise on the box 80 muffins in this box. Like, they're like, hey, there's a lot of muffins in this box. Buy this box because it's way cheaper and it's better. And honestly, those muffins better than little bites. So not only are they 1,000 times cheaper, because like the little bites box that's the same size has like, I don't know, 4 packs of these. Then these guys go on advertising, hey, there's 20 packs of these for $10. Same price as the little bites box, but like way better. Yeah, I need to make the God tier money moment into a short. I've been so busy though. I want to do that. I want to get a couple more videos actually made though. And now that it's getting cold outside, maybe this week I can get some of those made. But I want to do like initial balance. I already did initial balance. I want to do a how to read footprint, volume profile, supply and demand levels, and a power trades video. I want to have those videos up on my channel already before I start pushing the channel and like advertising the channel. And by advertising, I mean like doing shorts and stuff. That way when people like click to come view the channel, they see that there's stuff here and there's a reason to subscribe, right? I mean, having the daily stream every day, that's gonna show a lot of content and show that, hey, this guy actually streams every day. But I want to have like extra content as well, so when we start talking about stuff, I can reference them to a video, be like, hey, go watch this video on initial balance, go watch this video on footprint, go watch this video on how to draw the levels. Like, why do I have a level here? Well, it's because previously there was volume, all these prior consolidation zones also lined up with wicks. Like, that's why I have a level here. Same thing with this level at 3810 to 3820. It's a previous high, it's a consolidation zone. We retested in a level and started a bear market. Stuff like that. Volume profile, what to watch for on volume profile. I want to have all that stuff on there prior to me actually pushing it. And like I said, this is good to have all the streams and everything up beforehand, because for one, it's getting me practice, and then two, I've made a lot of changes in like this month as far as like how the stream goes, right? We got the stream looking more fancy now. Like, I like this setup here a lot more. As far as like, we have the cool neon background, the chat onto the side, my face on the side, so the chart's never covered. I like that. I might make a few more, but they're not necessarily as important. I like having the news up at the top, my upper and lower targets. So that's cool. I learned kind of how to manage my time a little better with these, talking on a thing. We'll see you, Mr. Decoy. You have a great one. But yeah, so that's kind of what the goal is here. Get everything rolling, and then we'll start pushing the channel. And once the channel starts pushing, hopefully this will be chilling. So that's my, not necessarily a rant, but that's how we be vibing, my dudes. And now it is about time to call it. Okay, it is almost 7. We'll wait for the 7:30 move to come, and then we'll go ahead and call it. We have 5 seconds. See if we get a little bit of a bump here. And there she goes. She tried. 7:30 always kind of, that's when the that's that pre-hour open, right? So a lot of I like watching 7:30 because a lot of companies allow you to start trading that hour before open, before everything was so modern. like a lot of the companies was like, yeah, you can't start trading till like an hour before open. So that's what they would do. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope you all be patient. I hope you all make money. And we will see you all tomorrow. Peace out, homies.
I would drive